It's time to take off your clothes, enjoy clothes-free living, and join us for Naked, Nudists, and Naturists.
Welcome to Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, the show that celebrates clothes-free living for all. I'm your host, Frank Stone.
And I'm your correspondent, Lisa Monroe, and I'll be reporting on all things within the naturist community. So it's time to get naked and join us.
And enjoy clothes-free living on Naked, Nudists, and Naturists. Well, greetings and welcome into Naked, Nudist, and Naturist, episode 134 today. Really glad that you're with us for this Wednesday extravaganza, Frank and Lisa only, Lisa and Frank only, however you decide to say it. It's all the same. We are together. You are with us. We are glad that you are here to enjoy clothes-free living for all of the right reasons with us during these next several minutes. Now, on Saturdays, we say for the next hour. On Wednesdays, we don't have a time limit. We don't have a max. We don't have a minimum. When we're done, we're done. We're guessing about 40, 45 minutes or so. But for however long we're together today, let's do a clothes-free for all the right reasons. Maybe you were clothes-free before the show started. Maybe you can stay clothes-free when it ends. But as long as you're clothes-free while you're listening, so much the better. But again, don't push the limits. If you're at the post office or in school, keep your clothes on. We don't want any problems for you. Just keep your clothes on, and you can celebrate the show properly when you get home. Well, come on in. The pool is fine. The hot tub is ready to go. Grill is fired up full bore. Fruits and vegetables off to the right. Cold drinks off to the left. Hot drinks inside. Hammock outside the left side door. Putting green behind the pool area. Our cigar bars in the back left corner of the pool. Just come on in. Plenty of extra towels, extra chairs, extra lotion. If you brought nothing at all, you just happened to be walking by and you thought, oh, that's right. 12 noon Eastern time. Frank and Lisa are doing a show. I think I'll stop in. Great. You have nothing at all, just come on in. Get your clothes off, enjoy clothes-free living. We have everything that you need right here. Well, first of all, a quick announcement that we are back. And you're thinking, you're back? Didn't know you were gone. That's true. We didn't announce that we were gone. But we have been gone the last week or so, maybe a little longer than a week. And so we did a whole bunch of shows in advance. Now, we're pretty busy here each week doing the 2 shows. And so in weeks when we have to do 4 shows or 6 shows, yeah, we're busting tail. And we did. I had to go out of town on some business, and I was also able to sneak in some family time. So a good time was had by all, but we're back now in the studio. You didn't even know we were gone. I didn't have to say that. You would have not known a thing. But it's just refreshing and good to see Lisa again. Good to see Jennifer. And good to see the whole crew here, and good to see you with us as well. Well, on today's show, obviously, Lisa will be coming in just a moment. And we're going to read a letter from a gentleman from the country of Norway. He appeared on our 100th episode back on May 24. He sent in an audio clip, and so we played that clip on that show. Well, about a week or 2 ago, he wrote a letter, and we're going to read that letter today to you and dissect it and discuss it and present it to you this morning. But before we begin and get Lisa in here, a few reminders for you. First of all, we give you a brand new show every Saturday morning, 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time on Spotify. You knew that because we've done that every Saturday since July 1st of 23. And now we're giving you a brand new show every Wednesday, 12 noon Eastern Time. Supposed to be every Wednesday, but since we started on July 31st, it's been every Wednesday. There'll be a Wednesday off here or there. We're not taking any Saturdays off, but there will be a Wednesday off here or there. It just hasn't happened yet. And also, if you'd like to reach us, there are multiple ways to get in touch with us. You can go to our website and leave a message for us there, nakednudistandnaturist.com. You can write to us by email, nakedforevermore@gmail.com. You can find us on our Spotify page, our YouTube page. We are also on Twitter and Blue Sky. Lots of ways to get a hold of us, and we hope you do. We hope you continue to write to us and give us information and ask questions and keep this community discussion going on naturism, nudism, and clothes free living for all of the right reasons. And we also wanted to remind you we are the official podcast of the American Association for Nude Recreation. Are you a member? If so, that is absolutely terrific. But if you're not, you can become one within moments. Just go to aanr.com, follow the navigation to membership, and within moments, just like Lisa Monroe is and just like I am, you will be a fully fledged member of the American Association for Nude Recreation. How about that? Well, you are listening to Naked Nudists and Naturists, episode 134 today. And I don't know about you, but I think I hear some music underneath my voice. Can you hear it? Let me stop talking for a minute. Let's listen, see if we can hear some music. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I hear it. I'm sure that you hear it too, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for the great, the terrific, the one-of-a-kind, the completely clothes-free and fully smiling, our naturism correspondent, Lisa Monroe. And here she is, the one and only, the completely over-the-top, fully clothes-free and fully smiling, our naturism correspondent, Lisa Monroe. Good morning, Lisa. How are you today?
Good morning, Frank. I'm doing terrific. How about you this fine morning?
I am doing really well. It's still warm enough down here. Naked time outside every day, and honestly, without kidding or being silly, that really is a very joyful time for me. I know it is for basically every naturist. That's why we are naturists. Just to soak in that sun and the breeze on your skin. It's just a great way to spend part of your day. You don't want to be out there all day, or maybe you do. In my case, I can't. But whatever I can get outside in the sun, no clothes on, it's a good day, and every day so far, at least until now, has been a good day. How about you?
It certainly is, and I do that as much as I possibly can. And even if you can't get outside, if you can open your windows and doors so you get that fresh air in, it even feels good. So, we take it where we can get it and enjoy the heck out of it.
That's right. And if we can't get outside, if it gets too cold, well, I guess we're going to be nude inside.
Yes.
And I know there are some, naturist nudists out there, clothes-free living for all the right reasons, people who will say, well, I'm a naturist, but I'm not stupid. If it's cold in the wintertime, I'm going to probably have some clothes on in the house.
Mm-hmm.
To which I say, well, why? Why would you do that? Although I'm guilty of it too. If it gets really cold outside, you don't want to jack the heat up too much, because then that's an unhealthy element to that, at least to me anyway.
Yes.
And so I might throw a sweatshirt on, but I'm not going to put pants on. I mean, why would I do that and restrict my movement around the house? I'm guessing you're kind of sort of wired the same way.
I am. Sometimes I'll just put a long sleeve t-shirt on if I'm cold, but most of the time I just throw on a robe and it's open and my shoulders and arms are warm, so I'm okay. And you can always close it around if you get too cold. But we we as naturists we learn to cope with what the elements that we don't like, and snow, ice, and cold are the three I despise. So um we're gonna tell you. I've always said that snow is a four-letter word, so um to me it is anyway.
Yeah. I think the last time that I shoveled snow, physically shoveled it, because I bought this tractor with a plow on it when I lived up north, and
Right.
that did most of my work for me. I mean, I had to operate the plow, but it was a whole lot better than backbreaking shoveling. But I started shoveling my sidewalk and not using the plow on that. It was just, if you wander off the sidewalk an inch, you might destroy a plant. So I thought, I'm just going to shovel that. And the last time that I did it, kind of believing this would be the last time that I was going to do that, because I, already owned the house
Yep.
in Florida. I thought,
Yeah.
this is the year I'm probably going to move. I absolutely slipped and fell down on my backside.
Oh no.
Now, how I didn't hit my head on the porch behind me, raised up, about 8 inches or so, I could have cracked my head open.
Right.
And if I hadn't decided to move permanently before that moment, that was the moment. Okay, all right, Frank, time to load up some boxes and get out of Dodge. But I also don't want to be a downer about this. I actually enjoyed being in the snow and shoveling it and clearing the driveway and the sidewalk. It just gave me a sense of accomplishment. and I would shovel other people's or plow other people's driveways and part of the street. And it was good to get outdoors in the winter. But if I had to choose in the snow 12 months a year or in the sun naked 12 months a year, I'm going naked in the sun. How about you?
I don't think there's really any decision-making process that needs to happen there. I will say this about snow. There was a moment when the snow was falling and no one had moved around in it, and it was absolutely pristine and white and beautiful, and the flakes were falling, and you open the front door and you feel that quiet. It is the most incredible non-noise that you can have, and that is almost magical. And then somebody drives through it, and then it's over. So as far as I'm concerned, but no, 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 no. I'm here for a reason.
All right. And to be clear, anytime I would shovel snow or plow snow, I had clothes on. I wasn't out there nakedly shoveling snow. Well, yeah, actually, I guess I was a few times on my patio in the backyard, but that only took 2 or 3 minutes. It didn't take forever. But nobody saw me as far as I know, so we're okay. And just a quick story, and then we have to get to the naked stuff here. Well, I guess we kind of sort of are, including
We are,
naked stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. I plowed this one woman's driveway, and I would get to it after I did mine. I always did mine first, just in case something broke down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's not the best community way to do it. You should do everybody else first. But when I pulled the tractor out of the garage, my driveway's right there, so I didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to drive over it and then plow it later, because if you leave tire tracks on fresh snow in your driveway and
Uh-huh.
it doesn't melt anytime soon, you could
Uh-huh.
have icy tracks for up to 2 or 3 months in your driveway, and you're always slipping and sliding every time you
Yep.
walk around. And so this woman had a habit of driving over her freshly, driven snow. And I said, if you could park in the street when you get home, I'll plow your driveway, and then it'll be, totally clear. You won't have to worry about these tracks. And she said, "Oh, that's no big deal." And talked to her again, maybe another year. And, oh, no, no big deal. Okay, so I would plow, even though she had put tracks on there, and sure enough, these icy strips would stay there forever.
Yikes.
Well, then she got married, and we were talking one day on the phone, and she said, "You know what? I hate to cut the call short, but I have to get home." I think she was at work. She says, "I have to get home because my husband will be there in an hour, and he really wants me to get the driveway shoveled so we don't put tire tracks in the snow." And so I said, "Oh, really?" And she said, "Yes, Frank, you were correct all those years. Thank you very much." So,
But she didn't believe you. I am
no.
shocked. I'm
But
shocked.
apparently the husband laid the law down, so she got out there. And actually, I went over there and did it for her. But yeah, it's just, you live and learn. I live and learn. We make mistakes. We learn. You do too. And I guess she did too. So why not?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
All right.
I've learned too many.
That's true.
Slip sliding away on the
Uh,
snow and ice.
that's right. Well, we had recently, we've been promoting Gabby and Dan, the Naturist Vibe podcast. And they had this big event planned for this coming Saturday, October 25th. RK Underground, B Scars. See how cool I am? I still
You
remember how
are
to pronounce
cool.
that. Yeah.
Oh my.
And Cyrena, we're going to be there. Well, they've had to postpone that whole event. And chatting online with Dan, he indicated they're going to try to reschedule this for the spring.
Hmm.
And so just stay tuned for that. But if you were, gosh, I hope nobody bought. I was thinking about that. What if we had been able to go and bought plane tickets,
Yep.
and then it's postponed? So I hope nobody bought a plane ticket to get there. My guess is at least the first time it'll be people in the greater New Jersey area, Jersey City, who are going to go. But they had to postpone it. They're looking to reschedule for the spring. So if you were thinking of going this Saturday to the RK Underground in Jersey City with Gabby and Dan, don't go because they won't be there. And we'll just move on from there and talk to them when they get around to rescheduling it or when they're able to with the venue. If you're okay with that, we'll move on.
Yes, they're absolutely. I'm sorry that they had to cancel the event, but it's better probably to do it the right way and have the crowd that they need, and kind of tap at the end of October with all the Halloween celebrations and stuff going on. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
good luck to them. Hope that they can get this back on track.
Yeah. Now, to be clear, they didn't cancel the event. They're
No.
merely postponing the event. So it will happen. We're just not sure when, but it won't happen this Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got an email from a gentleman from the country of Norway. He actually sent an audio clip in that we played on our 100th show. And Lisa, you're better at this than I am. How do you pronounce his first name?
Well, I'm not real sure if I'm right, but I think it's Yvonne.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm
All right.
hoping, and if that is incorrect, I apologize. We're doing the best we can. My ancestors were Swedish, not Norwegian, so I should be able to do this.
That's close
Anyway,
enough. Yeah, you should know all this
I
stuff by
should.
now.
I should.
Well, it's spelled Even. So in
Hmm.
English in the United States, it'd be pronounced even. You know,
Hmm.
we're even, Steven. I'm even with you.
Yeah.
But in Norway, it's pronounced, say it again, to the best of your ability.
To my best of my ability, I believe it's Yvonne.
Yvonne. Okay. We will go with that, Yvonne. And if Lisa has offended you, I apologize for her in advance.
Oh, well, thank you very much for taking care of my faux pas. I
Right.
am thrilled to death. Oh my goodness. At least I have a champion. Yes. Go
Yes.
ahead.
And at least you tried to pronounce the name. I totally backed out and said, Lisa, you take this one. So we apologize if we malfunctioned on your name.
Yes.
Yvonne? Yvonne.
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 Okay.
Yes.
All right. We'll go with that. All right. So we got this email from him, and it tickled us, made us laugh, but it also struck right at the heart, or right at the soul. And it's not really lengthy, but there's a lot
Really?
in here going on.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm not sure if we're going to read this today, Lisa, because of his very first line. He starts off with, Hi, Lisa and Frank. It's like, okay, Yvonne, there's one strike against you. But then after a hyphen, he put, or should I say, Frank and Lisa,
Yeah,
and had a little smiley emoji there.
mm-hmm.
So he kind of sort of saved himself. But if he would have reversed that and said, Hello, Frank and Lisa, or should I say Lisa and Frank, he'd be in better stead with me. But I think we'll just go forward and still consider him a friend of the show. How about that?
And listen, just remember, Lisa's not so unpopular around here. No, no kidding. I think it's pretty funny that that they have fun with this. So that's all in fun, people. All in
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think everybody knows that we're just kidding around. It's,
But I
yeah,
like Lisa and Frank.
yeah, I figured you did. But it's like the old line I've used a few times. Call me whatever you want. Just don't call
Hmm.
me late for dinner.
Yeah,
You can even say, "Hey, you two, a great show," and go on from there. At least you're writing. That's what we're looking for, right? Is
absolutely. They don't have to use our names at all. Just let us know how you're enjoying the show.
yeah. Although if they do say hello, Frank and Lisa, that's I'm not going to argue with them.
Okay, we understand now where you're coming from.
All
Frank
right.
must be first. No.
No, just kidding. Just joshing around, as they say.
Yes.
All right, I'll go ahead and read the first paragraph.
Okay.
First of all, thank you so much. And there's an emphasis on so much. He put it in italics. First of all, thank you so much for letting me be a part of episode 100! Exclamation point. Well, see, already he's improved in my
Yes.
view. He used exclamation points. I really, truly appreciate it. You are both such an inspiration, and after listening to all, emphasis again, after listening to all of your episodes, I've come to one clear conclusion. I've never been more of a naturist than I am now. The number of hours I spend without clothes has skyrocketed, and it's all your fault.
We take the blame. I'm sorry, but we'll
That's
take the
right.
blame.
And there's another exclamation point and another smiley face or a laughing face, whatever that is. And even though the 100th episode was way back in May, this letter just came in recently, I think within the last week or two. And if you don't mind, take on the next paragraph.
Right now, I'm in the kitchen cooking, or to be honest, mostly burning everything. I've got my AirPods in, listening to one of your episodes, dancing and wiggling my butt to the music. Elvis, Sammy Davis Jr., Andre, Hank, and all those other great artists you feature. Life just feels perfectly free and good, exactly the way it should.
Exclamation point.
Yes.
I like this guy a lot. I'm a big
He's
user of
fun.
exclamation points. I overly use them on purpose to be absurd, and he is too, so that's great.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
Well, first of all, he forgot Doobie Don. He mentioned
Yes, he
Andre
did.
Hank. He forgot Don. So if Don is even coherent enough to understand what just happened, he'll be ticked off.
Yes, he will.
But be that as it may, let's
But
break
he'll
this.
get over it. He'll get
Yeah,
over it.
yeah. Oh, yeah. But he always does. He's about the
Yes.
most mellow guy we've ever met,
Pretty,
and
yeah, pretty cool
uh,
dude.
putting it mildly. But let's break this paragraph down just a little bit after he talks about cooking in quotation marks and actually mostly burning everything. Been there and done that as recently as this morning.
Yeah, I got you.
But he said life just feels perfectly free and good, exactly the
Hmm.
way it should. You know, when he's naked, he's in the kitchen dancing to the music on our show, but whatever you're
Hmm.
dancing to, that's always a good thing.
Yes.
And he's totally without clothes. Now, if that doesn't strike at the heart of naturism, I don't know what does. You're doing something you enjoy, which in his case is cooking. You're dancing around, and you're feeling like $1 million because you're clothes free. What do you think about that? Any comments?
And I think it's fabulous. And I will also say this. This also goes back to what we've always said. You can be a naturist in your own home and enjoy it to the ninth degree and never have to feel that you have to be that anywhere else. And so if you can enjoy it there, just think how incredible it would be to enjoy it with people who feel the same way that you do. So,
Mhm.
social naturism is fabulous, but by golly, you can have fun right at home. And I think that's great.
That's right. And when I'm alone at home, I dance a lot. And thank goodness
Hmm.
nobody sees me or there's no cameras flying around. But we dance around a lot at the studio. You
Yep.
do, I do, Jennifer does, other people around here. It just very seldom does a person enter a room here, including you, just walking in like a normal human
Hmm.
being. I say everybody walks in dancing a jig or singing something in their head or singing something out loud, which is why I kick everybody out when we record
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
I know it's going to happen. Someone's going to
Yeah.
burst in, forget we're recording, and
Yeah.
they'll be singing a song and dancing. It really, I can't fully explain it. I'm not a psychologist, but it does something for the soul when you dance around, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And and also the attitude that naturism gives you, the enjoyment, the fun, the ability to just be who you are means a lot in the workplace. And I've had a couple of places that I've worked that were absolutely dungeons. And you were scared to move. You didn't, everything was very serious and everybody was cracking the whip and everything. And those are horrible places, but I've worked in one particular place that I swear was the happiest place on earth, and it wasn't Disneyland. It was just the people were professional, they worked hard, there were serious things going on, but the culture of that office was fabulous and it mimicked very much what we feel when we're in nature. So there's that joy of life, that joy of what you're doing, and just feeling like you're in the position where you can do what you want. And so I think it's what nature is.
Yeah. Yeah, dancing does something for the soul, and dancing completely clothes free. It's just a combination that cannot be beaten,
No.
and which is why we do it all the time here collectively at the studio. Maybe not collectively. We don't get in a big circle and dance around. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do
Yes,
that
maybe
after the
we
show
should. We should have some tribal dance, every afternoon at 3 o'clock.
with our afternoon tea or coffee or
Yes,
whatever
there
we're
you
drinking around here.
yeah, or get
But
some of that Cuban coffee, which will make you go crazy
oh, that's
quickly
right,
because it's very strong
and very good. I
and
like
very,
strong
very
coffee.
good. I
Yeah,
love that stuff.
yeah. But certainly individually, we dance around a lot here. We're always naked here, so we dance naked, so we understand exactly where he's coming from. The next two paragraphs I'll take. I love your show more than ever. That's what I mean about he struck us right at
Mm-hmm.
the heart. Like, that's not
Mm-hmm.
fair. Say his name again, Ivan?
Yeah. Yvonne.
Ivan.
Yvonne.
Okay.
Yes.
Ivan is not being fair. He's playing upon our emotions here, but we accept unfairness on occasion, don't we?
Yes, we did.
All right.
Only on occasion.
That's right. So again, Yvonne says, I love your show more than ever. The fact that you two now have your own weekly episodes honestly makes my soul happy. And by weekly, I think he means the Wednesday shows.
Right.
I feel like I'm sitting right there with you. Now, that is our goal. That's been our goal from the beginning. We're here, and in our minds, we pretend that you're right here in the studio with us. That's why we're talking to you and not at you. That's a technique of radio. We can pontificate and read, and you just hear a bunch of words, and okay, that was nice, and the show's over. But we actually talk to the listeners. We have that consciously in our minds as we're doing this show,
Right.
that we're talking to you or we're talking to each other with you sitting right next to us, listening
Exactly.
in. And that's what Yvonne is feeling here. It feels like I'm sitting right there with you, like I'm hanging out with good friends. Well, see, now he just took on a whole new level of unfairness, didn't he?
I really like this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
What a great soul he is.
that's right. We might have to add him to the team. We have, Rick Dorsiak,
Yeah,
and we have some other people, and now Yvonne. We'll fly him over here and be part of
yeah,
the show.
yep, yep, that'd be great.
I feel like I'm hanging out with good friends I can laugh, dance, and reflect with. And Yvonne, it's exactly right. You can laugh with us, you can dance with us, and you can reflect with us. And the next paragraph, I get as excited as a kid every time I come home because within seconds, the clothes are off! Exclamation point. It's like my body just shouts in italics with quotation marks and an exclamation point, finally free.
Yes.
Yes. And I've talked about myself before, so you've talked about yourself, but go ahead and say it again because I know that's the exact same thing that you experience when you walk in.
Yeah, I'm very much like him. It's an excitement to come home. It was like almost a relief to walk up to the front door, and I literally would be turning the key and unbuttoning something, unzipping something. So by the time I got in there, at least 3 or 4 buttons of a blouse undone or a zipper on his slacks or something gone. And I mean, things went off right there in the hallway. I was like, let's get them off. Then I can just pick them up, throw them in the bedroom, and put them away later. And because it was like, after, especially all day, if you're wearing casual clothes, it's not so bad. But when are in the little professional stuff that's required, it's not fun. And it's nice to get out of those restrictive clothes and out of the heels and, just relax. And that naturism just gives you that feeling that, you're out of the rat race, so to speak.
You know, we had a listener write in recently, and I think I sent this to you, although we didn't talk about this particular line, but he said he has to wear a suit and tie every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he wears to work. And when he gets home, it comes off. And he said, and then I go to shower the day away. Not just take a shower to get refreshed, but I shower the day away. Like, that's done. I'm done. And he said, when I come out of the shower, obviously I have no clothes on. And that is how I remain until the next morning when I have to put the suit on again. And you and I have been there and done that, 10 gazillion times each?
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
That is the way to go. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's continue on with the letter from very unfair Yvonne out of Norway. Next paragraph is yours.
Okay. And I have something to confess. I've got a garage with a little storage room, and the same thing happens there. I drop my clothes the moment I get the chance. And if I don't have anything to do, I just stand there naked thinking, what can I do now? Then I start looking for random chores just to have an excuse to stay there a bit longer. The only real danger is if the garage door suddenly opens. I think you have that problem a little bit, don't you? Out in the garage cleaning and hope the door didn't come open.
Well, I'm not sure how would it come open. I mean, there has to be an intentional act by somebody. Either you hit the button or somebody coming to your home has a remote control or the code or whatever. But I had this one garage, the first home I ever bought, and it was not attached to the house. I think every house I've had since then has had an attached garage, which is a nice convenience.
Yes.
But I had to literally leave the house, walk to the garage, and do whatever, pull the car out or whatever I was going to do. And I did the same exact thing that Yvonne is talking about. I'd leave the house, clothes on, because I could be seen in this particular, I had to go through the driveway. Enter the garage through the side door. I wouldn't even open the big door, just open the little side door. And walk in, you better believe the clothes came off. And I did whatever. And sure, I might have been guilty of, okay, I'm done. No, I don't want to put my clothes on. I'll find something else to do. And I'd sweep the same part of the floor a third time, just to have something to do.
Squeaky clean garage.
Oh, you better believe it. The people were impressed, like, wow, Frank, you have the cleanest garage in town. What's your secret? And I said, well, you don't want to know. Or maybe you do. But I remember this one time, this before we started this show, before we even started talking about this show, I came, got out of bed one morning early, and walked upstairs in my house to my home studio. And what I always did every morning, and still do, is I would take the dogs out, so I would have clothes on, come in, get them settled, come up, and the clothes came off. And so we were talking that morning a little bit later, and I mentioned that to you, and you just started
Mhm.
laughing. I said, "What's so funny?" And basically, you just said, "Well, it's just funny to picture you walking in the studio, and bam, all the clothes come off just like that." And but that's real life for us, isn't it?
It is for us. I mean, I cannot wait to get things off. And if there's someone, there at the house for some reason, I will at least get into something super comfortable and stands everything else I can get rid of. But, you, I don't even, unless you're a naturist, I don't think we could explain that feeling of freedom. It's just it feels good, and I don't know how else to say it. It's that back to that comedian's tagline, which is "Find your joy." That is my joy, and
Hmm.
I think it's a lot of our joys.
It truly is, and that's the part we try to express the most on this show. Sometimes we'll get a little funny, a little silly, and some people will get a little sexual with it. All that's
Hmm.
understood. It's part of life. But you strike it at the core. It's just you remove your clothes, and like he said, my body shouts, "Finally free."
Yes,
And that's exactly how we feel, and that's exactly how we view it here, right?
yes, that was my mantra every time the pantyhose came off.
All
Trust
right.
me.
And again, to be clear, I've never had the experience of taking pantyhose off. Just want to put
Thank
that out there.
goodness.
Yeah. Just in case rumors start, I'm stopping them before they begin.
Good, very good. Not even a ballet dancer or anything. So
No,
no tights.
no, no, no. Well, no. Let's move on before I get
Yeah.
in trouble here. But no pantyhose for sure. All
Yeah, I
right,
think we
now
should.
that's right. Now at the beginning, when he said, hello, Lisa and Frank, and then
Hmm.
corrected it, a couple of points against him there. But he redeems himself in this next paragraph. He says, "You two are absolutely at the top of my podcast list." Okay, Yvonne, everything has been forgiven up to this point. We are at the top of his podcast list. And what a coincidence. We are at the top of our podcast list too. How about that?
Well, yeah, I think we probably should be for us, but there might be a reason, but
Yeah.
we might listen to this show more than we do anybody else. But we have a few podcasts that we enjoy.
Oh, yeah. 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 Every morning I fire up the computer or my phone and say, did Frank and Lisa, release another episode? And say, oh, no, I'm
Wait a
Frank.
minute,
And
you
yeah,
are right.
yeah, I'm Frank and I didn't release anything. So, but
Oh,
actually, I was thinking about this the other day. I probably listened to each episode literally 5 or 6 times, and not because I'm enthralled with hearing us speak. It's,
yeah,
we do the show, so
right.
that's once. So like right now,
Mm-hmm.
we're hearing the show as we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's once. Then I have to edit the show. That's twice. Then I have to listen to the whole show again to make sure
Mm-hmm.
the editing was correct. That's 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then you and I get together right about the time the show drops, so 6
Mm-hmm.
a.m. every Saturday morning
Mm-hmm.
and 12 noon every Wednesday afternoon, and we listen to the show together. So
Right.
that's fourth time, and I'm sure I throw it on another time or two throughout the week or down the road. And you're very much the same way, right? You're not part of the editing process, but you do listen to each show more than once, right?
I certainly do. And I find, especially with the interviews, that there's a lot of things that I might miss the first time. So it's really good to hear them again the second time and really kind of get an idea of what the people are saying. But then every now and then find out, oh my gosh, did we really say that? Or well, most of the time, it's just fun for us. And I think one of the things that when we listen to our segments, it's like we're wow, that's not it's yeah, that's pretty good. And because it flows and we try to communicate and it's not a bragging kind of thing. I think that it's just good flow and good fun, and that's what we're hoping to get.
Yes, and what you get on this show, and people have figured this out, you get genuine human beings
Mm-hmm.
putting genuine content out there. We don't
Mm-hmm.
do AI. We don't plug anything in. I don't even have access to AI. I haven't even explored how to get access to
Mm-mm.
AI. And so what you get from us is two human beings actually giving you content, not relying on some tools to plug and play and call it
Mm-hmm.
our own, which the
Mm-hmm.
whole AI thing, we don't want to get into that today, but
No.
we talked about it before. That's just flat out cheating and stealing.
Yeah.
And it's dishonest to the core, and you shouldn't be doing it. And we absolutely don't. And maybe what we're doing is a dying art. Maybe more and more people are relying on AI and not relying on good old fashioned hard work and study and preparation and diligence and work ethic and everything else. But be that as it may, you two
Yes.
are absolutely at the top of my podcast list. The fact that you're now releasing 2 episodes a week is just fantastic. Another exclamation point. I never get tired of listening. Well, another coincidence. We don't get tired of listening to ourselves either, right?
No, we don't. Not at all.
I also love that you spice things up with the music from Elvis, Sammy Davis, Andre, Hank. Oops, you left out Don again.
He did. Oh no.
Yeah, the good thing about Don is he's not really fully engaged with reality, so
No, he
he
isn't.
probably is totally unaware. Even though he's a very bright guy, he's a very bright guy and accomplishes a lot in life, but he is like the most. You could call him every name in the book to his face, and he would say something like, "Oh, that's cool, man. You want to go out for a Coke or a beer?"
Mm-hmm.
Just totally relaxed and calm. So, and we're just teasing anyway,
Yep.
Yvonne. No problem. So I also love that you spice things up with the music from Elvis, Sammy Davis Jr., Andre, Hank, and of course, here we go,
Yay!
Rick Dorsiak.
Can't miss a show without Rick.
That's right. And if you don't mind, go ahead and finish up his letter.
I'm proud to support you on Patreon, and I just want to say thank you for everything you do. You spread so much joy, freedom, and good energy that it's impossible not to smile. Take care. Warm regards, Yvonne, in Norway. Yay! I love that. He is our Norway branch.
Yeah, so we now have a satellite studio
Yes,
apparently
we
in
do.
Norway, the NNN Norway, run by Yvonne. And sir, we thank you very much. We that last paragraph,
Yes,
the
very
last
much.
sentence, really, you spread so much joy, freedom, and good energy. Well, that's what we try to do. That really is at the heart of what we do, and it's consciously done. It doesn't, come off. Wow, we came off genuine. What a shock! No, we're trying
Yeah.
to because that's what it's all about here. But you spread so much joy, freedom, and good energy that it's impossible not to smile. And Yvonne, you struck us right at the heart, right at the emotional level. I would say shame on you, but I will say instead, thank you. How about you, Lisa?
Yes. Very much. Thank you. Thank you for the support that you give us and also for the fact that you're enjoying the show because you're enjoying the show is the best gift we can have.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I would have said that because it was so well said. And yeah, when our listeners say, we get it, we appreciate it, we touch them at the emotional level, and they tell us that, and then they touch us at the emotional level. Well, now you see why naturism works, don't you?
We certainly do. And, we kind of, there's a lot of negativity that's associated with naturism and the fact that, we're restricted on where we can go. There are, family issues. There are all sorts of things. I think we've talked about this before, but this is the core of it. The core is pure enjoyment. And if we can get people to have that feeling wherever they are, however they enjoy this, that's a great thing. I mean, we wish everybody could just walk out their street and get their mail or, go to the grocery or whatever and in the nude, but that's not happening. Not now. Maybe someday, but not now.
Yeah.
So you know what? Let's just enjoy what we have and be very thankful that we can be naturists where we choose.
Absolutely, and find your places and do your thing. You can even do what Yvonne does, dance while you're cooking / burning in the kitchen. Dance
Done that
naked.
too.
That's right. Dance naked, listening to our show, and enjoying clothes-free living. And again, for all the right reasons, he was certainly enjoying it, dancing in the nude while cooking / burning, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and I have this image of him having a good time in the kitchen and going, "Oops, I burned that. No problem. I'm naked. It's fun. Everything's fine."
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
When you're naked and enjoying life and something happens that's not 100% positive, you really don't, you're not going to get ticked off. It's like, oh, well, I burned the toast again. How cute, whatever. I'll just grab another slice of bread and throw it in.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have your clothes on, the cuss words might come out. You might throw a tomato against the wall. Well, we don't want that, do we?
No, we don't. And life is a mindset. And it's, and it's important that we keep perspective on who we are, where we are, what we're doing. And we have the choice to be happy or not to be happy in most situations. There's some things that are overwhelming, but the fact that we can choose to be happy and enjoy this. And if we can get to that point where we have that kind of control over what we do and how we live our lives, then we're doing a pretty darn good thing. And I think naturism helps us take that path, take that step.
Oh, big time. And we've heard, I don't know how many stories on this show as well as in the overall naturist community. People had this issue, that issue, 10 issues. The clothes came off. They started living the naturist life. And all of a sudden, they look around like, well, I'm not mad about that anymore. I'm not depressed about that anymore. Life is pretty good, right?
It is. And, I think when we choose this kind of life, it's not so much that we choose this life to make ourselves better or to create a more positive attitude for us. But I think once we do that, that positivity comes back to us because we've stripped away some things that we've always been conscious of and worried about. And so I think it's just, it's a healthy way to look at life.
Yeah, very well said. All right, Lisa Monroe. With that, let's get ready to head for the hills. I'll see you on Saturday morning.
Yes, sir.
Episode 135, part 2 with Brian King, relatively new to naturism and loving every second of it. And by the way, he met, who did he meet again? What's that guy's name?
Oh, I think it might be Rick. Is it Rick Dorsiak? I think maybe it might be.
Hadn't heard that name in 5 or 10 minutes, so my memory kind of slipped. So.
Yeah, he pops up everywhere.
Yeah, and we appreciate Rick very much. We appreciate Brian. Heck, we appreciate everybody.
Absolutely.
All right, Lisa Monroe, go out there and have a great clothes-free few days, and I'll see you on Saturday morning.
Absolutely. We'll see everybody on Saturday morning for the Lisa and Frank show.
And now, wait a minute. The show's not over yet, so the recording is still going. What did you just say?
I just said.
You want to correct it at all?
Nope. No, I do not.
Oh.
We have two sets of people here, the Frank and Lisa and the Lisa and Frank, so I'm going with the Lisa and Frank guys.
All right. Well, we're gonna terminate your participation in the show. I will finish up as you dance out of the studio, and I just might have a couple of words to say without you there to retort.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind, because you know what? Everybody will know what the truth, even no matter what you say. So, bye,
right.
Everybody.
All right. Have a great clothes-free few days. I'll see you Saturday.
Yes.
All right. The very terrific Lisa Monroe as she goes dancing out of the studio. I'm not going to tell you what she just did, but it involved shaking a body part in my direction as she was marching away from me. We'll let that go for now. She dances off for more coffee, and I have a feeling she and I are going to have a conversation when this show is over. But we appreciate Lisa very much. Does a whole bunch around here. Does all of our website work, our Tuesday and Wednesday memes, handles all of the merchandise by herself. Obviously comes in now twice a week to do these segments. But now that she has left the studio and the door locks, when you leave the studio, the door locks automatically because we don't want people just barging into the studio just in case we are recording. So I'm going to say a couple of things here, and there's no way she can get back in. She'll be able to hear me through the lobby speakers, but that's the way it goes. I'm not going to look through the glass, so I won't see her even if she has her face against the glass, and she certainly won't be able to get back in. But I'm just kidding. We have a lot of fun around here as it comes through on the show. We enjoy each other, not only Lisa and I, but everybody who works here. That includes Jennifer, of course. She's the third member of the team for this show, but we have other people who work here doing other aspects of the business, have nothing to do with this show, but they are certainly part of the camaraderie around here. And we enjoy Lisa Monroe very much, and it's a great partnership, and we're having fun doing this show, and we know that you enjoy it as well. Well, we want you to come back this Saturday, just a few days from now, for episode 135. We'll have part 2 of my interview with Brian King, the new naturist, met up with, here we go again, Rick Dorsiak. And his life has just not been even close to the same since he discovered naturism and clothes-free living. loving every second of it, and yet another ambassador out there spreading the word about the joys of naturism. So again, that's this Saturday. Coming up in just a few days, episode 135. If you get a moment, or I guess we should ask, can you take a moment to go ahead and like, subscribe, review to the show? Very easy to do wherever you're listening right now. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Amazon, Audible, wherever you are. There's a button that will say subscribe. That way you'll get notified every time we drop a show. There's a button that will say review. You can give us a review. 5 is the highest, by the way. Just thought I'd point that out. And we appreciate all that you do for us as we enjoy this time together on Naked Nudists and Naturists. Well, you've been listening to Naked Nudists and Naturists, episode 134 today. We give you a brand new show every Saturday morning, 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, and on most Wednesdays, 12 noon Eastern Time. Continue to join us. Check us out on our website, nakednudistandnaturist.com, Spotify, Google, Amazon/Audible, Apple Podcasts, and also on Twitter. You can write us anywhere, anytime, any place. And we thank you for being with us today. Plan to join us for every single one of our shows here and have your clothes off when you're listening. We have our clothes off when we're broadcasting, enjoying the naturist life.
We celebrate clothes-free living for all. Remember to enjoy being naked and join us again for Naked Nudists and Naturists.
We drop a brand new show every Saturday morning, so come back and join us. Have your clothes off when you do for Naked Nudists and Naturists. Have a great clothes-free day.